Hi guys, this is AJ Pipe from Flip Marketing, and today we're talking about what would you do if you won the lottery. What a fantastic thought that is, and I know for a fact that all of you have thought about this. You've all got your little plans in action for what you'd do if you won, I don't know, 500,000, then 1 million, then 10 million, and then you start playing with what would I do if I won 100 million? I'm going to go back down to the 10 million just to try and give you an idea of what I personally would do. And then I would love to hear your thoughts. So, 10 million. I've woken up, I've checked my lottery numbers. $10 million is winging its way to my account. First thing, jump for joy and do a little party boogie, which I feel everyone must do when they win the lottery. And if they do not, I'll be very disappointed. Then I don't. I've said this to my husband. I don't think I would tell anyone. I think the biggest fear I would have with winning the lottery would be what would happen in the. Would it change people's perception of me? And you know, I I, I don't want the fake friends coming out. And I think that's my biggest fear with winning the lottery. But don't get me wrong, there'll be some big changes. The reason we moved out here was to have a bit more space. So I would buy a lovely bit of land and I would build on it. Now we're quite into eco stuff, so I'd probably build a straw bale house, which my husband's been looking into ever since we got here. So yeah, I think that would be probably our first big purchase. A car, because at the moment we're borrowing my in-laws, just to obviously get us around and about. My husband is desperate for an AC Cobra. Now it'll be a complete toy, but you know what? He kind of deserves it. So he could probably have one of them. If he's getting that, I'm getting my M15 Noble. Just so you know, that's my little sports car. Let's think. I mean, I think the main thing I would do is I wouldn't give up work. I I've had opportunities of not working, obviously through maternity leave and all this sort of stuff, and I didn't. I just worked straight through. I would find for me personally, my mind would go numb. I enjoy what I do. I have a passion for what I do, and it's kind of my business and hobby. And I don't. I've already, when you have kids, I had to give up kickboxing when I had children because obviously getting kicked in the stomach pregnant is not a good idea. you know, um, so I wouldn't want to give up that hobby as well. So I don't know. I would keep the business. I enjoy it. And if money buys you happiness, I'm already happy. So it's that's a bit of a hard one. I would love to build a community centre with a business hub in. And what that is a community centre where you can have your children drop-ins for Plunket, and you can have your midwife appointments and things like that in a nice environment, and that will obviously all be sort of free. But then I would have a business hub attached, which is for small businesses when you're starting out. You want to have access to internet and being able to hold meetings as if you're one of the big boys and all this sort of stuff. And a business hub is fantastic for that because there'll be like the meeting room and the internet connection and all you could need under one roof as a business hub with other small businesses so you can network and grow and bond in that sort of environment. I'd also have it so that areas can be rented out, and that would be how I would sort of cover the cost. Because I think one thing that I don't know about over here, but in the UK, the council seems to waste a lot of money. Generally, when it comes to end of tax year, so they can get the same allotted amount the year after. And I would like to run a community centre. Probably, this is me thinking I know properly. um, I've worked for councils, obviously in the UK. And I've worked obviously in the private sector as well for many years, and obviously not only running and owning my own business but doing the marketing side of it as well. I feel that I would be competent enough to run a community centre. Obviously, the community side is a non-profit with events to make things a community again. So have a field with a great big barbecue out on it, and have like kids games and bouncy castles and fundraisers and all this sort of stuff. That's exactly what it's there for. But also, it should be sustainable. So it should be obviously eco-friendly. There's no point in harming the environment when we have so many ways not to. And you know what? It should be able to pay for itself. So it should be able to, bring in an income that covers any costs, so everything can be just balanced. So that would be my end goal. I would love to have a fully functioning working community centre. And if I won the lottery, I would do that tomorrow. And if I don't win the lottery tomorrow, which is not likely seeing as I'm not bought a ticket, I aim to do it anyway. So it just might take me a little bit longer. So, your thoughts. What would you do if you won the lottery? Would you, jack it all in, travel the world? I don't know, buy a flash car? Would you tell people? That one I'm interested in. Would you tell people? Well, I don't know. Would you quit work? Like I said, I personally wouldn't, but I'd love to know your thoughts. And what would you do to fill your time if money was no longer a problem? Anyway, comments at the bottom. Feedback. Fantastic. I would love to read, what other people think of their lottery win antics. See you guys. Bye.